Hi guys.
Hey everyone.
Welcome to Make 2 and another Sims 4 speed build. We're going to be doing this apartment right here, and the sim who's going to be living here is Felipe Jones, as you can see, waiting outside for us to get the renovation done.
Yeah, he's going to be very patient, which is good for him because he is normally very manly, and manly people aren't very patient. He's a man of action.
He's a good dude.
He is a good dude, but still he wants to get in there and demolish it himself and, you know, build it all, but he has to let us, specifically you, do the speed build for him today.
We are here at, I think this is number 17 Culpeper Apartments in San Myshuno, and as you can see, I've just basically destroyed everything inside. He's been living here for a little while, but this is now, I think, time for him to get the apartment done in his particular style. He's a character in our Let's Play series starring the Eden Cho family, and he's just recently made it official with one of our characters in that series, Bon Eden. They are now officially boyfriend and girlfriend. And another thing about Felipe is that he has just recently found out that he is a father.
Exactly, yeah. He was living in Simtown. He's originally from Salvadorada,
Yep.
but he was living in Oasis
Springs, yeah.
And then he found out he had a baby, and then he moved into this little apartment with his baby.
Well, actually, first he crashed with Bon at her apartment.
Yeah, and then he found out
that he had a baby.
And then he was like, oh no, I've got to live somewhere to look after my little baby, his little beautiful daughter Logan, who's somewhere in the apartment still.
Yeah, you'll see her in a crib somewhere.
Yeah, so I think it makes sense. Like, he moved in super fast, just had to, of course, find somewhere for the two of them to live. He had to look after his kid as quickly as possible.
Yep.
Now he's been here a while. He's more established in the area.
Yep.
He's working to be an activist. I think he's on his way to become mayor. You'll just think maybe he's going to be happy as an activist.
Yeah, he's in politics, but I don't think he's a politician. There are two tracks for the politics career in Sims 4, and I think he's going to be more of the activist style, like the community organizer type of guy.
Oh, okay.
That's just my opinion. We'll see how it goes.
He's going to go on to do great things. That's the important thing.
Yeah, so he's basically in San Myshuno because he wants to be close to the action, close to the political action. He's got a lot of causes that he cares a lot about. So you're going to see in the apartment that some things that are near and dear to his heart are his culture. He is from Salvadorada originally, as we said, and he is also an archaeologist, so you'll see some of his discoveries. And the idea behind his personality and how that's going to be reflected in the apartment is that, well, basically he cares a lot about tradition and history and preserving these things, and he's going to want to have that reflected in his apartment in addition to his career. So, you know, there's going to be, once I get done with like the kitchen here, there's going to be a lot of decorations and stuff like that which reflect where he comes from and what he wants to be all about.
Yeah, now normally when you do speed builds, you do start off with the kitchen. You see that as the center, not necessarily the geographical center, but like the emotional center.
The heart of the home.
Yeah, exactly. I think for a small one-bed apartment, this is one bed, one bath, that it does make sense to have the kitchen by the entrance and get that out of the way because it can be pretty big.
Well, it's also the one place in the apartment where there aren't a ton of windows. Like, I really love this apartment. There are lots of windows around the front and sides, but where I just put that kitchen, there aren't any. As you guys know, if you are familiar with City Living, the Sims 4 expansion pack, which allows apartments, then you know that you can't move the windows. So when you're building in apartments, you kind of have to maneuver around the windows, which are hard placed in the builds. So here we are, we've got the kitchen set up, and now I'm setting up the living area. And this little nook there is the desk. Felipe is going to be working from home a lot because, yeah, as an activist, I mean, there is an office that he can disappear into, but there's also the option to work from home, and he's going to be doing a lot of that. So I thought it would be important for him to have a desk set up there in that area.
Yeah, I like how you've made that little nook. We saw you carving out the walls before. Also gives an interesting shape to this room, and also, of course, to the room on the other side, which is going to be, I think, the bedroom.
Yes.
I also think particularly for Felipe, he's an activist and an archaeologist, and having a desk to work at where he can maybe write academic papers or work on cleaning some ancient artifacts is pretty cool.
Yeah, he's definitely going to keep up with the archaeology. I think it was his career before he moved into activism, but it's still near and dear to his heart, so he's not going to be giving it up entirely.
Yeah, I'm thinking Captain Picard, who is always an archaeologist at heart, as well as being a Federation captain.
So I set up that table and you saw that there was a high chair for the baby. Yeah. And I kind of like the idea of putting that table sort of central in the apartment because I feel like this apartment is going to be a meeting place for Felipe as well as a living place. Like he's getting to know new people through his relationship with Bon and also through his work as an activist and also through Logan, I guess like play dates and things like that.
Yeah.
And also he's just a very friendly, sociable guy. So I see him having guests over and stuff.
Yeah, I also just, I think we've had this in one of our apartments, the flow kitchen, dining room, living room space. When you have a big
our
open
own
plan.
Apartments?
Yeah,
that we lived in personally.
Yeah, one we ended up being kitchen, living room, dining room just because of the layout. But if you've got the window space, I do think it makes a lot of sense. Have the dining room near the kitchen, and then beyond that, you've eaten, and then you move to the relaxing space.
All right, so that is the bones of the living room. I'll be changing some of the colors of the furniture later on. As you can see with the rug, I want to go with like bright colors, and that's why I've got the multicolored walls for the TV and the desk area. And now I'm just placing these plants because I think that they will add that touch of color. And also Felipe comes from an area of Sim World, which has lots of plants. He comes from that jungle adventure area. So it makes sense to have some of the jungle brought back to his city apartment.
I hope you're going to have all these 6 plants staying here. Just have a super lush apartment.
No, I put the ones on the left. I only just noticed, that they were there in build buy mode, and now I'm getting rid of them. Because, I like this cluster that I created because before, the other one you can't change the spacing of the 3 pots.
I know.
Yeah.
I was thinking, some people do just have houses that are absolutely full of plants.
Yeah.
And it's probably not for us. We have one orchid that currently has no flowers. I'm hoping one day will get flowers again.
I kill plants. I just can't keep them alive. There's just something wrong with me. I don't know.
Yeah, but it'd be cool to make a little sim house which is just chock-a-block full of plants and flowers.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to be able to be, I don't know, good at landscaping and stuff like that. I think I talk about this all the time when we do speed builds, but like landscaping is just so much work for me, and I feel like it's an artistic kind of thing that I don't have. Like I don't have that bone. And in terms of like furnishing a place, I feel like it's just a lot easier than gardening or landscaping because you just pick a piece of furniture and then you scroll through the colors like I'm doing right now with this coffee table and you're done, right? You just match the colors up. But with landscaping, it's a little more free, so you have so much more choice about what you want to put where, and I'm just like overwhelmed by the choice.
Yeah, but I like making houses like the big structure things, but then decorating is like, I've just got to make this be a living room.
Okay.
And I find that
I really prefer the decorating, and I don't like the building.
Hey,
that's why I'm in an apartment.
We should do builds together.
Yes, imagine that.
We live in the same place. And now, of course, with the Sims update, it's not out yet, but it's coming out soon, no? The one where you can do real landscaping.
Yeah, terrain manipulation.
Terrain.
Yeah.
That's going to add a whole other level to it. I'm keen to try it out. I've spent quite a lot more time landscaping than I remember the university. I did all the university grounds, I think.
You did.
Yeah, thousands and thousands of plants.
Yeah, so I think you'll have fun with terrain manipulation. I think you'll probably go crazy with it.
Okay, I'll do the terrain manipulation and maybe weird outside structure, and you can do all the interior.
The only thing I really am excited to try, well, I'm excited to try a lot of it, but the only thing that I have on my mind for terrain manipulation right now is a house that is on a slope, and hopefully you can do this, where you have the house is 2 stories on one side of it, but only 1 story on the other side of it because of the shape of the slope. I think I've told Contrary Sims on her channel that this was a dream house of mine to have. And when I was a child, was always, because I lived in a very flat area of the United States as a child.
It's like our house right now, kind of.
Yeah, sort of. We have a walkout basement in the back.
Yeah.
But our yard does not slope. Our land does not slope as dramatically as I'm thinking of.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I'd like to build, I don't think it's going to be possible, literally an underground house, but built into a hillside.
Yeah.
Like a hobbit hole kind of thing.
Well, I think you should watch the live stream they did of the terrain manipulation. I think they said that there's not going to be walkout basements or anything, but you can maybe, I'm sure, experiment and get kind of the effect of a walkout basement.
Yeah, I think I was at work while the live stream was going on, but I
Well,
really
there
should
are
catch up.
archived versions. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I've got my evening homework planned.
All right, so this is the bedroom. This is where baby Logan is going to be. I don't know if you saw a glimpse of her. I was kind of moving her around. But this is going to be Felipe's bed. It's in that Salvadoran style. Again, going for those bright colors. And the walls, I've gone for the sort of like sunset-y accent wall here. I think that looks really good. And yeah, just kind of setting up the different pieces of furniture. Yep, she's over there. So she's got this like dedicated nook you'll see all to herself. And I mean, I would assume that as she grows older, she's going to be spreading out into the rest of the apartment more. Like a lot of her stuff is going to be out all underfoot and all of that. But as we said, Felipe only just found out that he is a father. So he's still kind of figuring out how to integrate her into his life. So that is why she's still, for now, in just this one area of his bedroom.
I think it's looking super cute. It looks like she has an entire little nook section. I
mean, she's got a lot of stuff. Babies have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they're small, but their stuff is not small. Well, they have a lot of things.
Like
each of their things is small.
Taking a baby out, you know, for the day, you have to like carry all this crap in a bag and, you know, big stroller, car seat if you're driving. I mean, they take a lot. All right, so yeah, just kind of putting in curtains and stuff in a rug here, just more touches of color, more. Oh, I'm just realizing that I changed the flooring in the main room, but I didn't change it in the bedroom.
No.
Yeah, there are going to be things that I show in the speed build, but the version that will be the finished version, especially after having Felipe live here for a little while and making sure everything works, will be slightly different. There will be little touches of things that are different, and definitely I need to change that floor to match the outside.
Yeah, and we will put that on the gallery.
We'll try. I know that there are ways to put apartments on the gallery by like deleting the walls, because the thing is you can't put an entire apartment on the gallery.
It's only one room.
Yeah, you have to save it as one room, and in order to do that, you need to like get rid of strategic walls. Like people ask us to put our apartments on the gallery, and I'm just like, I would love to, but I just, you know, I hate the idea of like uploading with broken walls. Like it just bothers me.
Can you have, there are no 2-story apartments, are there?
Yeah, there are, yeah.
Are there?
Yep.
Okay. We've never made any use of them.
Well, we could. You could.
I could. Yeah, I'm just thinking you made so many great ones in Sims Freeplay. We should try and make some cool ones in The Sims 4, because then you could have one room, but really it's on 2 floors. But I guess that would be still count as 2 rooms.
No. I think a single, like, double height room still counts as a single room. Yeah. So anyway, now I'm putting in like clutter and stuff like that. That's the kind of thing that makes a house or a build feel really lived in. And like we said, we've got the whole character and his backstory down. So I wanted a lot of this stuff in here to flesh out the place for him.
Yep, the little Logan's wall is looking prettier and prettier.
I love these butterflies. I think these are from Cats and Dogs or Seasons. Sorry, I should know, but or maybe they're even from kids stuff. I have no idea actually, so I shouldn't say. But they're from one of those packs, and they just sort of popped up in the build buy mode, and I was like, oh, they look great. And then they have all these beautiful colors. So yeah, I went with those. And just a big blank wall obviously needs some sort of artwork. This is not what I'm going to settle on. I'll come back to it later. But I kind of wanted the artwork in the place to reflect not just the archaeology and the culture that Felipe is so passionate about, but also traveling. I feel like he is that kind of guy. He likes to travel. You're also going to see lots of books, and we've got like a pile of books on a suitcase, which I think reflects Felipe's travel.
Yeah, both travel and his academic research kind of mind.
Like he's an Indiana Jones type.
Exactly.
All over the world, but also scholarly.
Yeah, I can see he's got that little entry nook there with shoes and coats and things. Yeah, a little gardening hat, which maybe you use that on an archaeology dig. It's not always wearing the manly clothes.
Well, he's an outdoorsy type. He's got to spend a lot of time outdoors in order to do all these archaeological digs. So yeah, he needs all that area for all of his bits and pieces. And now just kind of figuring out a rug, an entry rug. Again, trying to go for bright colors and something that reflects Felipe's background.
That's nice.
Well, this actually looks more like a bath mat to me, so it's going in the bathroom, which I haven't even done yet. So yeah, this is the rug I'm going to choose for the entryway.
Cool.
I really like that they've given us the ability to shrink down objects.
Yeah. That is amazing. Yeah, particularly I use it most for rugs like you. It does really make a big difference.
I mean, I shrunk down basically, I would say a good 10% of the clutter things that I put in, like the plants the cluster of plants by the window.
Right.
Shrunk those down, so yeah.
Things I don't like shrinking down are mirrors and windows. I don't find they work very well.
You can shrink down windows?
I think you can definitely shrink down mirrors. Anyway, some things just like, because the game expects it to be a certain size.
Yeah, because I think the lighting engine in the game for mirrors and I guess windows works in a particular way. Like they have put the rectangle or the square or shape of whatever it is in a certain location. So if you shrink it, then sometimes that can get off. Oh, I put a thing here for extra towels and whatnot, but I'm actually going to replace it in the final version with a washer and dryer. Because I think it makes sense when you got a baby. You probably have a lot of laundry to do.
Yeah, you probably do. And it's a luxury that I think is definitely worth it rather than going down to the laundromat when you have a little baby.
Yeah, but also because we have the laundry pack, so I would love to just have laundry in apartments, why not?
Yeah, well, the issue is just it uses up a little bit of storage space, and with a baby too, you need a ton of storage for all their little things.
That's true. By the way, can we talk about, do you see the sink on that countertop? How the drawers are there? Like, basically there is no, as far as I can tell in The Sims 4, there's a lot of these cabinets which don't have a flat front. So when you want to put a sink on them, it doesn't actually make any sense because there's drawers there.
Well, they're faux drawers, aren't they? They're fake.
I mean, you know what I'm saying, though. Like, a sink cabinet does not have drawers.
I know, but sometimes in real life, they look like they have drawers because that's just the design people get, but really they're...
Well, I just don't think that it should be that great of a hardship for... Like, look at all the drawers. Why aren't there more just, open, two doors that swing open kind of cabinets?
Yeah, the 2 doors that swing open would be good.
Yeah, like the ones on the upper, you get those, but you don't get on the lower.
Just one door.
Yeah, just something.
Just something different.
It doesn't have to be all drawers all the time. I'm sure somebody has to have made this request.
And more different styles, really different styles, rather than everything feeling kind of similar.
Cabinets are sorely lacking in this game. Sorely, even when you have tons of packs like we do. Yep. So, this is the picture that I've decided that I want to go with.
Okay.
Because as you can see, there are so many different beautiful ones. Yeah, so
it's like pictures of the world.
Exactly.
You pick your picture. That's cool.
Yeah, so I went with the big sunburst because I felt like the colors of that match what I'm doing in the apartment. Like lots of these blues and oranges and yellows. So, yeah. And now I'm just kind of finishing up with putting down little bits and pieces. Here's another kind of thing there, an urn or no, vase. Vase is what you call it, yeah. And then I'm going to put something down on the other side of that. I like the idea of that little table there. It's sort of like a display table for more of the knickknacks that Felipe has collected.
Yeah, you can imagine him being somebody who's not got a lot of clutter, but certainly has a lot of things he's collected that he values and really wants to put on display.
Yeah.
So it does make it maybe a little bit hard to squeeze behind that sofa. It does mean that he's got lots of space to display his stuff.
Well, I also just think it makes it look cozy and it makes it look like, he's really made this his home.
Yeah, and it's therefore something we would never do in our house because...
We're minimalists.
We're kind of minimalist, not super minimalist, but we don't like too much clutter.
Yeah.
So our houses are never that cozy looking.
And when we travel, we generally go for pictures and experience rather than souvenirs. I don't think we're big on bringing souvenirs back.
No, I was back in the day. But of all the ones I've got, how many do we have out? One or two?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you like either of them.
Well, if I buy something, usually it's something that I can use, like a blanket as opposed to a button or something like, like you can use a blanket, you can use mugs, but you can't use like a random figurine.
Ceramic face mask of the god of corn.
Anyway, so here are some shots of the final version of the apartments, so you can see.
Lovely.
Yeah, little touches here and there. Some things have changed, but I think it's mostly as I've done in the speed build. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Also, feel free to check out Felipe's adventures in our series, especially now that he's made it official with Bon. So let us know in the comments what you think, and if you are new to our channel, feel free to subscribe because we've got plenty more Sims 4 on the way.
Thanks for watching.